This video, we're going to go over a topic that I have been talking about and making a series for. This is going to go along, coincide with losing the human mind. This will be another series. I don't know how I'll do this, but like I said, these could be 5 to 10 videos long, and I'll sprinkle some other things in with the videos, and I'll probably make separate videos until the series are done. But the reason that the dark night of the soul goes along with losing the human mind is because this is the beginning stages of losing the human mind. Is when you start going down the dark night of the soul. And I'm going to incorporate something here at the beginning of this. I want to reiterate and expand upon. I have said that I was going to hack the human mind, which I have came extremely close to doing. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I was watching a video from, I cannot remember the guy's name, Danipi or something like this. He's a guru supposedly. He does have good advice. I'll try to link the video below. I'm not knocking the man at all. He does give great advice. I'm not really fond of the whole guru thing because in order to become a guru, you have to go follow a guru, and most of these people that are gurus and have followed gurus have kissed gurus' ass and took everything they said as gospel. So, and what makes me think that is because go watch some of these gurus, and when they talk about their guru, it's like some level of, it's like they're a level above them, and they perceive that, and I don't like that. I'm telling you guys, you're where the buck stops at. There's no authority higher than you. Can you take information and guidance from others and incorporate it into your life and make your life better through that? Absolutely, absolutely. I've took bits and pieces from countless people, and found out what worked best for my life and incorporated it in there. So nothing against that, but he made the he made the comment that these people go around talking like they can hack the human mind, and they can't. It's through hard work, and you're right. But let me explain to you what I'm saying when I'm talking about hacking the human mind. For one, you can consider it jailbreaking or freeing liberation. It's a liberation to the human mind. It's where you can free yourself, jailbreak yourself from the bullshit that's been told to you over the years, and then you put all these limitations, constraints, and you start believing these limitations, constraints, and you start looking at yourself in another way, and then you let things control you and have power over you, and we're trying to cut that shit out. So when I'm and then another, that's what I mean by hacking up front and foremost. So liberation. But when I am saying hacking involved with it, I want you to understand that I truly believe at this point in time, now again, a month from now I could tell you I'm wrong, a year from now I could tell you I'm wrong, but I fully believe right now at this point in time I can get you through the dark night of the soul in 2 to 3 years. I can cut the time in half. Go look at some other people and their talking points about the dark night of the soul. Look how long that lasts for them. You're talking 5 to 10 years sometimes. And what I'm telling you is I can get that done for you in about 2 to 3. I can cut the time in half. And I wouldn't consider this a hack because you're not cheating anything. The only thing you're hacking really is time, because the suffering is still going to be there. The lessons will still be there. It's just the practice that goes into it will still have to be done and be there. It's just what I'm telling you is I can crunch it down, but now with me crunching it down, you're going to suffer more. You're going to learn these lessons a lot faster. It just speeds up the process. You can't skip the process. You can't cheat the process. You can cheat the time to do the process, but you can't cheat the process in totality, because you're going to get bombarded with this stuff over and over and over. You have to be you have to be all in. That's what I'm telling you. You have to be all in. You have to want it. and you just have to go along with it. So, if that is something you're interested in, I will make a video called Hacking the Human Mind, how to hack the human mind, and this does involve psychedelics, suffering. It involves a lot of lessons, it involves a lot of practice, it involves a lot of awareness, and it involves you doing a ridiculous amount of shadow work to bring the unconscious to the forefront and make it conscious, and then not beating yourself up or uh, trying to rush things and fucking yourself up or over. So it's a delicate process, but I do consider that hacking, because if I can cut the time in half, then that's a hack. Regardless if it'll double the suffering and double I mean, you're just doing it quicker. So, yes, I believe hacking the human mind can be done fully. But again, go back to the two things I just said. It's really liberation, jailbreaking, not hacking. And then where the hack comes into effect is I can get it done quicker. But you're not skipping any of the work. You're just you're really doubling up on the work is how best way to put it. So the Dark Night of the Soul, I went into a 6-minute talk about the introduction into the Dark Night of the Soul and some other things. So what the Dark Night of the Soul is the beginning stages of losing the human mind. This is how this coincides with losing the human mind. I'm just going to give you some talking points today on the Dark Night of the Soul, and then we'll go further into it. But again, the Dark Night of the Soul is the beginning stages of losing the human mind. It is the beginning stages of wisdom. It is the beginning stages of truth, liberation, and freedom. But it's a bitch to do. It is. You will suffer. You will suffer, and you will suffer, and you will suffer. You will feel like you've hit rock bottom. Your mind will absolutely fuck with you. Thoughts will come like a wave in the ocean. You will be angry, sad, mad, happy. You'll have all these emotions, and you will start grasping onto things, thinking they're true, letting them interfere with your life, letting them affect you. You will basically, the process, which I would deem the Dark Night of the Soul and losing the human mind, that's the process, is it's sound and it's set up. It's set up. I don't really like saying the word perfect. I like saying close to perfect. So it's pretty damn close to perfection, the way it does. Imagine that you stepped in cement from your waist down, and then you start going down the Dark Night of the Soul, and then the cement starts breaking off, and little by little, the cement will break completely off, and you will be free. This is what the Dark Night does, but it's you cannot you fully can't understand how much suffering and depression is involved in this. You really can't understand the highs and the lows involved in this. And this is the thing most people need to hear up front, because you hear the word awakening or enlightenment or whatever you want to say here. It can be linked to this. You hear that and you think of great fun times and just being at peace and wonderful, and that's the end result. People don't want to talk about the result from A to B, what it took to get from being caught up in a shit show to being completely free of the shit show. People don't want to talk about that part, but that's the part you need to be. This is the part I'm trying to help you with these videos. I have, in fact, documented a 2.5 year journey of a Dark Night of the Soul on my channel. I have went through this Dark Night of the Soul for 2.5 years, and I'm about out of it, my friends. I don't want to say I've hacked the mind and I'm out of the Dark Night of the Soul, because I've realized over the past while, if you wait till you're out of the woods before you start talking about being out of the woods. That makes sense to you. So I want to help you through this if you're going through this. And if you want to start this, I want to be able to make sure that I'm here to help you or to say the right thing to you to up here to make something go up here and to get you to recalculate what you're doing and what you're giving your attention to, the road you're going down, and the traps that you're about to get caught up into. That's what I'm here for. I don't want anyone to suffer the way I suffered. I don't want anyone to be miserable the way I was miserable. And I don't want anyone to be lost in defending content and be biased as fuck when they don't have to be. And you being biased and grasping onto things and getting caught up into content is not affecting anyone but you. Realize this. No one but you is it affecting. You being mad or angry at someone, well, who's that affecting? You. This is what I'm trying to break you free from. This is what I'm trying to get you out of. I'm trying to get you to actually experience reality for what reality is without putting 500 effing labels on it and getting attached to them and feeling like you have to defend it. And it's not like that because you get feelings within you. You need to do this is something you're going to have to figure out too. When you go down it, you will be so attached to things and you have to detach and let it go. So the dark that is an introduction into the dark night of the soul. And I hope I have not scared anyone off that has not started this journey, that is just sitting back and curious about it, because I got myself through it. I'm going to give myself 3 years. So let's just say 3 years. Let's say it takes me another few months to make it 3 years. If I can get myself through it in that length of time, I will have the experience and knowledge and understanding to be able to get you through it probably even quicker. Hopefully. So let me help you. I'll be greatly appreciative of it. So I want to end this with here. This is part one. This is an introduction. I'm going to go and take some notes, start thinking and remembering things, and I'll start making notes on this and try to remember the phases that it started with me. I don't think it's always the same phases with others though, in that order. So I can remember a phase, and if you're going through it, maybe it can be something that'll help you. But I am going to make a phase video, and it'll probably be next. So it is a game of form in the play of life. I am you talking to you. So is everyone else in this reality. I love you dearly and deeply, and I'm asking you, please, please wake up.